Good evening, everyone. Happy Tuesday. This is Tuesday, December the 30th, the last Tuesday of 2025. Welcome to our Tuesday edition of our Leadership Development Call. My name is Miriam Kareem, and I'm so happy to have you all here so we can learn and grow our businesses and hear some amazing, insightful, impactful lessons from our amazing Coach Seymour Greenish Blake. But first, a quick trip to the newbie corner. So it's the end of the year, and I have gained so much, I would say, um, training experience, but I'm learning how to grow my business. And the more that I hear, the more that I experience doing the home meetings, or not home meetings, but the presentations, all of that, it's really has helped me so much to be a better network marketer, a better professional network marketer, learning to be a professional network marketer. It's been an amazing experience this year. I think I've grown more this year than I have the past 3 years that I have been in this profession. Um, I can only just can't, I'm just buckling up and can't wait to get started for 2026. And I hope that everyone here, whether it's you're a veteran, whether you've been in here 20 years, or whether you've been here for, a few years like me, that you have really soaked in some of the knowledge and the information from our incredible training team. Coach Charlotte, Coach Marcus, Coach Will, Coach Seymour, Coach Sonic, Coach Tina, Coach Kimberly, and so many others that have just made our journeys much more easier from sharing their experiences. So I wish everyone to have an amazing 2026. Um, get ready. Let's just take it by the horns and be the best, and just ride and be the leaders in this industry that I know we all can be. So that being said, I'd like to bring to you our teacher tonight, Coach Seymour Greenish Blake. He is an amazing multiple six-figure earner, six-figure earner with our Green Organics company. Amazing, has such insight on his experiences that he shared that are very impactful. An amazing father, amazing grandfather. I know you guys have seen his beautiful grandchildren. I know Lily is one of them. I always remember Lily, but he's just such an amazing friend. You can always talk to him, and he always will leave you with something to really think about and something that you can benefit from. So, Coach Seymour Greenwich Blake, are you available, sir?
Yes, ma'am, I am. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
It's it's amazing how first off, thanks for the introduction. And as you talk about my grandkids, they're always with me, no matter where I'm at. They're always with me. But it's amazing how we never communicate with what the teaching is going to be about before we get here on Tuesdays or Mondays or Sundays or any day of the week when we have teachings. And it somehow it always coincide and link up to what we talk about. And with that said, tonight I'm going to be talking about going into 2026. And that's exactly what you just talked about. So it's just crazy how these powerful minds just always linking together. And in the last few years, Miriam, watching you from where you started and where you at today, you just don't know how proud I am of you. I'm very proud of you because you have really stepped up to a complete different level. And I take my hat off to you. I'm so proud of you, Miriam. And just keep doing what you're doing and watch that success just keep piling on. Um, Before I get started, I just want to say I want to thank everybody that's on the call right now. I invited some people. I don't know if everybody got on here yet because I haven't had a chance to go look at it and see. But If you're here tonight, is a special reason why you're here. Because you could be doing anything. You could be getting ready for tomorrow night to have fun and party, and some people go out and drink and just have festivities. But you're here tonight, and you're here tonight for a reason. So I want to, first off, I want to everybody to give themselves a round of applause. You don't have to be on the call. Just give yourself a round of applause for being here right now, because you told yourself that you are ready to make a change in your life. And if you're ready for that, tonight, I want you to be very attentive. I want you to be in a place where it's quiet, where you can listen to everything I'm going to be saying to you tonight. Because I want you to take this business that you said yes to, whether it was a few weeks ago, month ago, a year ago, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago. I want you to take this seriously. I want you to take some notes. I want you, when this replay is put up, I want you to go back and listen to it. Because if you're serious about what you said you came here to do, tonight, you need to sign that contract with yourself. Not to me, not to any of the leaders on the call, to yourself. Because what I'm going to talk about tonight, it's going to be serious. It's going to be serious because you said yes. Nobody else said yes for you. You said yes. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to go off camera so I can pay attention to what I'm going to say, but have your pencils and paper ready and take notes. Please be somewhere where you can really take in what I'm going to be putting out for you tonight. Okay, with that said, let's get started. So tonight's topic is going to be how to start your new year of 2026 to seriously build a successful network marketing business. Okay, this is our last Tuesday of the year of 2025. This is going to be our last teaching for Tuesday of 2025. And I want you, don't wait for the next 2 days to get started. I want you to make that commitment tonight. I want you to sign that covenant tonight with yourself of what 2026 is going to look like for you. Okay? So before we talk about money, about business, about the results of what we want, we have to talk about the truth. We have to talk about the truth. A new year does not change your life. A new calendar does not create new income. A new year only exposes what you were already committed to becoming. Let me say that again. A new year only exposes what you were already committed to becoming. Most people enter January excited. This is going to be my year. 2026 is my year. I'm going to make this year happen. That's what they say. They say this year is going to be different. But on February 1st, their habits look exactly the same it looked on December 31st. So it's up to you today. So when you say today, next 2026 is going to be your year, hope that is not just a strategy. Because I'm telling you, excitement is not a plan, and motivation is not discipline. 2026 will not reward people who feel good. 2026 will reward people who execute consistently. And remember last week I talked about consistency. There can be a good consistency and there can be a bad consistency. The bad consistency is procrastination. You want to stop that. You don't want to continue to procrastinate all your life. Okay? So make sure that your consistency is the consistency that's going to show you positive results. This presentation is not designed to entertain you tonight. Okay? It is designed to prepare you because network marketing does not fail people. And we got to start understanding that. Stop saying that network marketing business didn't work for me because the business is not working for you. You are working for that business. People fail to become who the business requires them to be, not the business not working for them. So tonight we're going to reset on how you think, how you work, and how you show up. The first thing I want to talk about is identity. Identity is who you must become in 2026. Every successful business starts with an identity. Every single one, whether it's positive or negative, it starts with an identity. It don't start with the products that we sell. It don't even start with the compensation plans. It starts with our identity. Okay? Most people say, you know what, I'm gonna try this network marketing business. Do y'all know what trying is? Trying is a permission to quit. That's what trying is. Trying is something temporary, and trying does not have any type of standards. In 2026, serious people stop trying. And I hope that those people that's going to stop trying is every single one on this call. Stop trying and start to decide. Successful people say, I am building a business. I'm not going to try a business. I am building one. So business owners, we show up when we don't even feel like it. Business owners work without people applauding for them. They don't wait for people to see how they did something and then applaud them for it. They get out there and they build it. Business owners execute before confidence arrives. Let that be you. If your identity is actually just casual sometime, you know what it's going to be casual? Your income. If your identity is professional, then guess what? Your income is going to be following that professionalism. So I want you to say this quietly to yourself. In 2026, I am no longer a participant. I am a builder. And I want you to say that every day. Every day. Starting tonight when you get off this call. Starting now, I want you to start saying, in 2026, I'm no longer going to be a participant. I'm going to be a builder. Because we got too much talent on this, and the people that's on this call right now, we got too much talent that is just put to waste because you waiting for somebody to applaud you to go somewhere in life. When you said yes to this business, you said yes. I hope it was because of your family. Because if you said it just for you, that's possibly why you might be not happy with where you're at right now. So you got to say it for your family, and you got to say it for after you're left and you're gone, the legacy that you're going to leave behind. Okay? Vision and decisions is why you must commit to 2026. Today is December 30th, 2025. And I sat back earlier today and I thought about December 30th, 1980. That was the day that I got on a plane and came to the United States to live. Growing up, I always said if I made it to the United States, I'm going to be rich. At that time, I didn't know the difference between rich and wealthy. But I always had that mindset that if I ever came to the United States, not to say that we were poor growing up, we weren't rich, but we were okay. My dad made sure that we were okay. Once I understood what the difference between wealth and riches, I found out one thing though, that I was already wealthy, not financially, but I was wealthy because of my family. I'm not rich, stupid rich, but I don't have to worry about where my mortgage is coming from now because of the mindset that I set from I was a child. And once I got here to the United States and realized the opportunities that this country provides for people, people die to come to this country because of the opportunities that it provides. And we have people that were born here and does not take care of those, does not take advantages of those opportunities that this country provides for them. It's time to wake up and start realizing that you got it made here in America. There's too much opportunities out there that you guys are not taking advantage of. You have to go into 2026 with a different mindset. At the beginning, when I started teaching these teachings on Tuesdays, the first thing I told everybody I needed you to do was create a What Hurt You board. You don't have to answer the question on here, but I want you to answer this question honestly to yourself. How many of you created that What Hurt You board? And if you didn't create the What Hurt You board, it's time for you to do it, guys. 2026 is upon us. As long as we've been on this hurt, the time that we have left is not as much maybe as long as we've been here. That time is getting shorter. And if you don't go out and start your What Hurt You board, you're going to be right where you was 5 years ago. If you're not where you at today, if you're not happy where you're at right now, you're gonna be where you at 5 years ago. Start the What Hurt You board. And for those that have not been on the call and know what that board is, most people start with a vision board. I tell you to start with a What Hurt You board. Because if you can put a board together with what is hurting you, what is preventing you from achieving the goals that you want to achieve, and you start knocking those goals off that board, that What Hurt You board, then you can start working on your vision board. And one of the things that I tell everyone that was on my board was I had a picture of my two sons as kids, 2 and 6 years old, when I first brought them back from Chicago to start raising them on my own, crying. At the time, the picture when they were crying, it wasn't for the purpose that I put it on my board. But I was glad that I had that picture because I put that picture on that board of what was hurting me, because it hurted me to watch my kids cry because I couldn't get them stuff for Christmas. It hurt me to watch the bills that was piled up on that board with a note under those bills that said, which one do I pay this month? Do I pay the water bill or do I pay the electric bill? In that case, it was the water bill, because I could get candles to put in the house to make it light, but I had to take a shower to be able to go to work clean the next day to provide, to get some money to take care of my kids. Those were the things that was hurting me. And the day that I was able to take those pictures and those bills and the other things that I had on that board off that board was the most joyful time in my life, because I replaced the crying picture with them opening up 20 gifts each. Big smiles, happy, joy. That brought joy to myself, to my life. Not worrying about which bill I need to pay now, because network marketing was the business that generated and helped me to realize that that is the way to earn some money if you work it. So I'm telling you guys, if you really want to be successful in network marketing, you have to make that decision tonight. Don't wait till the 1st of January to make not a resolution, but a resolution. Because a lot of people will make resolution and 3-4 days later, that resolution disappears. Okay? People don't quit because it's hard. They quit because they don't know why they're doing it. So again, if you have that what hurt you board, you shall know why you are building the business. You shall have a reason. If I ask you what is your why, you got to think about it. But if I ask you what is hurting you and preventing you from building this business, you'll have a lot more, it's a lot more easier for you to put that down. So write down on your board what is hurting you, what is stopping you from doing what you're doing, and then stop making excuses. Turn those excuses into the reason why you need to change your current situation. Understand that a vision is not a dream, guys. A vision is a decision that you refuse to negotiate with. Ask yourself, why must this work? Who is counting on me to succeed? What happens if I quit like I've quit before? Your vision must hurt more than your excuses. And if your excuses is hurting more than your vision, then we got to switch that around. Your vision must pull you forward on days that you feel tired. In 2026, you are not building for quick money. You are building for freedom. And freedom requires patience. People who want fast money will quit. People who want freedom, guess what they're going to do? They're going to stay. 3 years ago, I was able to get that freedom back and walk away from my 9 to 5. And actually, it wasn't even 9 to 5 because it was 10 to midnight. That was 14 hours a day. I was able to walk away from that and not even look back and not worry, because it was time for me to get my freedom back and I had to stay. And if I would have stayed with the same mindset that I had when I first came into green organics, I would probably be, I know I'll be regretting it today, because I joined the company to prove that the products was not going to work. But for it to work, I had to take it. I had to start using those products. Those products not only made that decision for me to stay, those products saved my life. For you that don't know my story, I had 3 heart attacks in the past. I was living with high blood pressure, 194, 198 over 101. I was on 39 medication, kidney damage reverse. Kidney damage, walking cane. Today, 54 pounds released. 52 pounds released, probably more, a little bit more now, but 52 pounds released off of all 39 medication, kidney damage reversed. Blood pressure, I just checked it before we got on the call, 110 over 78. And it's been steady like that for the last 3 years. These products saved my life. If you saw me 6 years ago, you will believe my age is what I am. If you see me now, you think I'm in my late 40s, early 50s. I'm 64, going on 65 in the next few months. These products that we have, people need it. Get out there. Let the people know what we have. Let them know that we can help them and assist in helping them. We don't tell them that we can cure them, but we can assist them in living a healthier and a better life. And if you're helping people, the money will come. Execution is what actually makes money. I hope you understand that. Money in network marketing comes from 4 things. Those 4 things is conversation, presentation, follow-ups, and duplication. We got to start talking to people. Stop being an undercover business person. If you want to see your business succeed in 2026, get out and start talking to people. People love to tell you what is wrong with them. And we have the solution, guys. Presentation is number 2. It don't necessarily have to be you sitting down and doing a presentation. The presentation could be how you present yourself when you are dealing with the people that you're talking to. And you got to follow up with your people that you talk to. You got to follow up with them. Because I'm going to tell you something. And this happened to a person that was on my team. They talked to somebody and never went back and followed up with them. 6 months later, I get a call. Man, I didn't know you was doing the health and wellness business. Didn't know that this individual already been talking about the business too. Man, I'm ready to do this thing, man. What did it cost to get started? I signed them up. When I went and introduced them on Facebook to welcome them to the company, the individual that I spoke to, that individual called me up and was like, man, that person signed up under you. I was like, yeah. I was like, why? Man, I told that person about the business 6 months ago. Did you ever follow up with them? No. So guess what? Don't be mad when somebody else get them. Follow up with your people and teach your people duplication. That's what's going to bring the money in the network marketing. Conversation, presentation, follow-ups, and duplication. Everything else is noise. Posting without messaging, that's basically all you're doing is entertaining people. You got to, if you're going to be making posts, put the message out there, have a call to action. If you're training without action, all you're doing is procrastinating. And if you're learning without execution, it's fear disguised as preparation. So in 2026, you will not wait to feel ready. You will move while imperfect. Confidence is not the requirement. Action is. You don't have to be confident. You just have to act upon it. Just like they say, knowledge is power. It is not if you don't act upon it. The action is what creates the power and the knowledge that you have. Not the confidence. You can have all the confidence in the world, but if you don't act upon it, you're not going anywhere. Discipline, consistency, and daily structure is what you need to do in 2026. And discipline is not dramatic, guys. Yes, it could be boring sometimes, but you know what? Boring builds wealth. Serious builders operate on routine. They don't ask how they feel. They ask what need to be done. Those are questions that you need to start answering and asking yourself. In 2026, your business deserves scheduled time. Even guys, if it's 1 hour a day, even if it's 1 hour a day, because 1 hour a day is 28 hours a month. You will go and you put in 80 hours or 40 hours, sometimes more than 40 hours a week to wait 2 weeks to get a paycheck that's not your worth. And then you come home and be too tired to put 1 hour into your business that can pay you what you're worth. It's time for you to step up to the table and put your business on steroids. If you want to see the money, you want to see the income, you got to put in the work. 1 discipline hour a day beats 8 emotional hours. And what are the 8 emotional hours? Sometimes it's you at your job. You hate the job. You hate the people at the job. You hate your bosses. You come home and you take it out on your family, what you went through for the last 8 hours. That's what I mean by 8 emotional hours compared to 1 discipline hour in your business. Consistency will compound. But again, make sure the compounding consistency is not procrastination. Make sure you're putting in some serious time into your business. Because realize that missed days also can compound. If you're not putting in business into those days and every day, that also can compound. So make sure your consistency is the right consistency. What you do daily decides what you earn yearly. Okay? The guys, the team, the people on the team that are 6 figures and 7 figures, it wasn't because we didn't put the time in. Okay. There is time that you're going to have to put in to make sure that your business is what you want it to be. Leadership is not about the rank, it's about reliability. Your team will never outgrow your habits, but you know what? They'll follow your pace. And if you're not working hard on your business, that's guess what? They're not going to work hard on their business because they're watching you, especially if they consider you their leader. Okay? The business is not about you getting rich, guys. It's about you becoming dependable. You're not building for this month. You're not building for years. I mean, you're not for next month. You're building for years to come. You're building for options. You're building for your family name. 5 disciplined years can change your bloodline. You realize that, right? 5 years can change your bloodline. Time will pass. 2026 will come to an end. The question is not if time moves, the question is who you become while the time is moving. This business does not need more hopeful people. It needs committed builders. Discipline is the price. Consistency is the path. Legacy is the reward. So in closing, I want to say, let's go out and build in 2026. Back to you, Mary.
Well, I want to thank you, Coach Seymour, for that because I needed to hear that, and I took loads of notes. And I'm gonna have a powwow session tonight with me, myself, and I, and get this straightened out so that starting immediately, not starting tomorrow, not starting Thursday, starting immediately. That's what it's gonna have to take because I'll be here by myself tonight. I'll be flying out Thursday, but I've got to get this taken care of and done. So my sister's giving me fist pumps in the back, in the background. But you all please show him some love in the chat. He always brings the fire, always brings it, gives you something really to think about, things you really may not even thought about yourself. So I thank you so much, Coach Seymour, for all that you poured into our team this year and before and in the future. Thank you in advance because we really care about you and love you. Thank you so much. And
You're
now,
welcome.
that being said, I'd like to introduce you all to our next speaker tonight, Coach Will Zanders. He is a multiple 7-figure earner in the network marketing world. Just amazing, amazing. Always is one step ahead of the game and making sure we have whatever it takes. If something comes down in the pipeline, Coach Will and Coach Marcus has it handled. And I just love that you all keep us wrapped up tight and keep us going. Coach Will Zanders, are you available, sir?
I am, Miriam. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that kind introduction. Thank you, Coach Marcus, for hosting the Zoom. Thank you, Coach Seymour Greenwich Blake, for your insightful, super valuable education. And I can't tell you, man, just to thank you enough for doing similar to what Miriam did, for just stepping up in the leadership realm and just contributing value to not just your organization, but to the whole team at large. And that's something that I was not fond of when I first got here, when I first got to HBN, because it was go to Sana later. I had a lot of ego. I was the #1 earner at my previous company. And I really was just like, my team, me, we gonna do this, my team. If it ain't, that was really the attitude, that was the energy, because that had got me to the level I was at in the industry, just really being focused on myself, my organization, and what we could do. And then I got a chance to meet Coach Marcus at an event, because everything magical happens at events. I got a chance to meet Coach Marcus at the last event that Green Organics Corporate ever did. We didn't know COVID was going to come. We didn't know they were going to go to no more, in-person events for all the legal liabilities and things. that it was happening with a lot of companies. You might get shut down for having too many people working there. They had to have people working from home. We didn't know that was going to be the last event. And Coach Marcus, who has achieved even more millions than I have in the industry, I had to really humble myself and learn and become coachable and teachable all over again. And that's the only reason I have the success I have now, because I adopted a mindset of one team, one dream. It's Coach Marcus was like, bro, you got to get out of that. It got to be, and I didn't agree at first. I'm gonna be frank. I didn't agree. He'll tell you. And I really just had to slow down, had to let God work on me. Coach Marcus was very, very patient with me, and really, and Kimberly as well, and helped me understand that all ships rise with the tide. Yeah, months, bro, months. But all ships rise with the tide. And then I adopted his mindset, and it really made me. It was such a blessing. So that's the best I can tell y'all, is that you're learning from people like Miriam and Coach Marcus and Coach Seymour and others. And I'm telling you, um, the giving value and impact to as many people as possible, as fast as possible, regardless of whether you get anything back directly from those individuals, is the way to lasting success and growth, not in just this industry, but in business and in life. So huge shout out to Coach Marcus for being patient with me. And I can tell y'all, I'm gonna tell you this. I say this a couple times a year. Because I was not coachable at the beginning. I wanted to do it all my own way and figure it out. And I didn't listen to the advice that Coach Marcus was giving me as far as structure and strategy and building, especially on the HBN side, when it was a lot more valuable. It was a lot more, it's a lot more, but you'll learn about that tonight when we talk about this crazy promotion that just got dropped less than 24 hours ago. I'm gonna get to that. But just understand, when he gave me information about, hey kid, this is the way to do it, this is how you want to structure and build, I didn't listen. I did it my way. And to this day, I keep a running clock of how much money I've missed out on based on placements. And once they're in the computer, you can't move it around. It's what it is. I have missed out as of today on over $1.7 million in commissions. And that clock keeps going up, just so you know. So when we tell you things and we're coachable and teachable, and it takes everything in me to not kick myself and live in the past, because being uncoachable, being unteachable, even though I was talented, it doesn't matter. This is a different game. And if you're not coachable and teachable, you're going to make so many mistakes that you don't have to make. Do not do that. Okay. I'm just telling you. Make your own mistakes. Don't make the mistakes we made already. Let me just be clear about that. So when we talk about events, we talk about structure, we talk about auto ship on the first of the month at 100 BV or 50 BV or 990. When we tell you this is not for us to hear ourselves talk. This is so you do not miss out on the income. And I could do a whole call on stories of people in our company who've missed out on 50,000, 20,000, 10,000, 5,000, millions, like me, big dummy, 1.7, 1.8 and counting, off just not being coachable, not being teachable, thinking we know everything, and nobody knows it all. You need the team, man. All right, moving on. Quick updates. Charlotte and Kenya, and occasionally Ed as well, always have really cool gifts and giveaways at events that we do. They are so good about that. Tiara Moore, one of up and coming leaders out of the ATL metro region, has some really, really epic giveaways, 2 or 3, I think, that she's bringing to Vegas. So if you're there live, you're going to have an opportunity to win some incredible swag from some of our up and coming leaders. And I can tell you, I know what they are. I love it. You'll really have an opportunity there to get to go home with some really, really cool stuff. Also, if you want to recognize any of your team members, especially for ranks or for things that they've done or awards that they've done in the community for your team, please message me on Facebook ASAP so I can fit you in our itinerary. It is getting very, very full very quickly. Y'all know how it is. Joetta, this is one a shirt that Tiara got me. If you want one of these, you can reach out to Tiara on Facebook. The blinged out Swarovski crystal MLM is a sport t-shirt, because it is a sport. Super, super competitive. You can get these directly from Tiara Moore. Message her on Facebook Messenger, and she will get you squared away. I think Tiara and Coach Marcus are my go-to when I need t-shirts. When look, just send me an invoice. Let me get right. And then I've also got some really, really cool t-shirts from Coach Charlotte and Jessica as well, but they don't make them full time. those are just really nice gifts. So I've gotten a lot of nice stuff from a lot of people, man. I love y'all so much. So thank you. None of that is not appreciated. And I wear clothes that I get from y'all every day. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I wear clothes from y'all. Well, you need to go buy some other stuff. No. You know, I'll get some other stuff later. But no, I love it. So thank y'all. And I wear a 2X, just so you know, 2X. All right. That being said, oh, don't look. Coach, did I tell you MJ stole my mug? Did I tell you that? Yeah, Coach Seymour got me this incredible mug, and my better half stole it. Yeah, I saw the coach the first day we got it. The next thing I know, it was gone, and she had the spot out on the deck by the pool where she has her morning coffee and everything and rock that. No, I still have the one you got me, Jess, but Coach Seymour got. I still have that one, thank goodness, because I'm on that one. But no, Coach Seymour it got stolen, bro. I'm gonna have to get another one. Yeah, no, that don't belong to me no more. So, all right, you know how it is. All right, you shouldn't have made it so cool, bro. All right, so moving on. Where we at? Okay, quick story, and then we're going to go into a training on this promotion. And I want to tie into, and Coach Seymour, can you put for Will only on that one? Just for Will only, like Will, property of Will, because yeah, bro, it's terrible, man. You can't keep nothing in this house. All right, I'm gonna tell you a story time, and then I want to touch on a little bit of what Coach Seymour said and tie it in to our promotion. And I'm gonna just let y'all know the promotion is a bonus $20,000. Bonus 20 bands. If you want 20 bands, I'm going to tell you tonight exactly how it works and exactly how to go get it. So the call might run a little long because we are going into detail tonight because this promotion launches on January 1st. And I don't know if you would like extra $20,000 in your bank account. It's actually more than that. I'll tell you why. But if you do, that promotion is going to start on January 1st and it is going to be a fun one. All right. And we'll talk about it real quick. I got this in the mail a week or two ago, and this is my 7th World Axe Throwing League Championship medal. And this is not my favorite design, but this one is my favorite medal, and I'm gonna tell you why. This is my favorite one that I have. I'm gonna probably put this one on the wall. All right. Now I'm gonna tell you why, because this is a network marketing lesson in this. When I first decided to go throw axes, is just because I happened to move to Florida and I was driving around finding things to do, right? Well, thank you for your congrats. Finding things to do. And I saw this big sign, axe throwing. I'd never thrown axe before. And I saw, who was this dude on the news? He was Aquaman, but he was on a TV show just throwing axes, drinking beer. And I thought, man, that looked cool. I don't even drink beer, but that looked cool. So I said, let me pull in and go in there. Now, mind you, when you're a professional network marketer and you're gainfully, Jason Momoa, thank you. Yeah, I knew, yeah, Jason Momoa, right. And so when you're like Coach Marcus and I and many others, and you're happily unemployed, you got a lot of free time during the day. So the first lesson is I want you to push this business as hard as you can, as fast as you can, because retirement is everything. And I don't even like the word retire because it means like means twice, make you're tired twice. I don't like the word retire. I like the word refire. You just get fired up all over again when you're trying to find things to do. Now, every day is not like that, but most of them are for gainfully unemployed people. So if you're not there yet, it's worth every possible ounce of work you think you have to put in to get there. It is totally worth it to wake up when you want. I'm telling you, it is amazing. Okay. All right. So you got free time. So I go in there and I throw axe. I get like 1 or 2 bullseyes, but I'm like, hey, I think I can be really good at this. So I'm like, I want it. And they said, hey, they gotta upsell you. If you really like it, sir, we have a league. And I said, cool, I'm gonna do the league. I'm gonna get in this league. And the league is like a bowling league. It's at night during the week, but you're throwing axes and I'm doing okay. I'm like, hey, I think I really can get the hang of this stuff. And then there's a tournament at the end of a couple of months and everybody's there. It's like 70, 80 people. You got brackets. It's a pretty big deal. These regional axe throwing tournaments get kind of crazy. Trash talking, it's bananas. And this is my first tournament. But I didn't feel a lot of pressure on me because I've competed at world championships level in martial arts. I done had people trying to break my arms and kill me in jiu-jitsu, in world championships. I don't care. So this is nothing pressure-wise. This is not really a big deal. I'm doing martial arts since I was 7 years old. Not a big deal to throw an axe at a tournament. I go there, my first match and my second match, I get obliterated. I don't know what's wrong. I lose every single match that night. It wasn't even close. I don't get a single win, and I got to make a decision at that point. Maybe I'm not as good as I thought. Maybe I'm not good as I thought. I got beat so bad. It was people like, What is this dude even doing here, right? Just true story. And so I had to make a decision, man. I could quit, go find something else to do, go play like rec league basketball. I know I'm good at that, stuff like that. No, I said, I don't want to quit at this. I'm gonna be good. So I had to develop a plan. So here's the plan. Here's the plan. Number one, this is exactly what I told y'all to do in network marketing all the time. I went and bought 5 books on axe throwing. Now, for the record, they only had 2 that were even about axe throwing. The other 3 was about axe and knife throwing. One of them was like a scorekeeping journal. You know what I'm saying? But I bought everything I could find about axe throwing. And then I started watching YouTube videos, hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Anything on axe throwing, I have seen the videos, hundreds of hours. So I've got to get through my information phase. See, so number one, I made a decision. I paid money to do the next league, the next whatever. So I paid, money has to go out, made a decision to, I'm not going to quit. I went through my education phase, right? Videos and books, videos and books, videos and books. And then I reached out to one of the authors of the books who happens to be a world champion. His name is Ryan Smith. I reached out to him on Facebook and said, hey man, bought your book. So he couldn't say no, I bought his book. So of course he's going to be communicable. All right. I'm giving value to him. So it's reciprocal for him to value me. It's hard when you talk to people and they got books out. You ain't never bought the book. Now, are they really going to want to talk to you like talking about when anything they can teach you? I didn't want him to say, you have great questions, kid, but all of that's in my book. I had already read his book. So I reached out, we went back and forth, and he coached me and really gave me some incredible mentorship and coaching about what to do and how to do it and how many hours to put in each day and this, that, and the third. And I said, okay. So so what I did after that, I went and spent more money. And listen, I hate to break it to you, no matter how much money you have, you're never going to spend money that you don't have to spend. You're never going to want to do that. I just want to be clear. But I went and bought not one axe, because I already had one. I bought 5 more of the same axe. Now, Will, why would you do that? Because part of my training regimen, as prescribed by my coach now, was that you have to spend at least 2 hours a day, 6 days a week throwing axes. And if you've ever been to an axe venue, which I know most of you have, we'll be at another one in Vegas. If you've ever been there, they sometimes have 2 targets next to each other in one lane. So then I would have to pay money to book both targets for a certain amount of hours a day. It gets expensive. And instead of throwing one axe like everybody else does and go get it back, I would throw 1, 2, 3, move, 4, 5, 6, then go get them all and come back. Why would I do that? Because I'm learning at a 600% faster rate than everybody else. I didn't want to take a long time to be good. So I had to learn by doing 600% faster than everybody else. And then I don't know if you know this about the axe throwing community. If you buy an axe, you can sell an axe. People are buying and selling. There's a marketplace on Facebook just for buying and selling axes. I didn't need to have them forever. I can sell them and get 80, 90% of my money back. Doesn't matter, right? So don't think because and this is another network marketing lesson. Don't think because you put money out up front to go to an event to get 100 BV order a product or a 99. Don't think that's never going to come back. It's the mindset that people have. I'm putting money out and I'm never going to get it back. That's that broke down mentality mindset. That's the same type of mindset. I don't know who these people are, and I'm glad because I don't want to call their names out, make them feel bad. It's the same mindset about people who said that the CEO for Feeding America was making too much money, so they didn't want to donate to the food drive because the CEO was making too much money. Now, when I first heard that from several individuals, I made sure they didn't tell me who the people were who said that because I don't want to look at none of y'all crazy. None. I don't ever want to feel like, why would you say something so stupid? I don't want to do that. So I don't know who it is, and this is good. This is a good thing. And so leaders conducted themselves very well. And I said, and look, don't give nobody a hard time. I just need to explain to you that a CEO's making between $900,000 and $1 million, $900,000 and $1 million a year. If that seems like a lot to you, that's an issue with your mindset, number one. Number two, they built an organization at Feeding America, which generates over $5 billion a year, 98% of which goes out to feeding the homeless and feeding families, especially during holiday seasons, who ain't got no food. That is not even 1/10 of 1%. So if I build a network marketing team of $5 billion, do you know under our pay plan with either company, you would make over $800,000 a day before taxes? I just want you to understand that if you think that a CEO making $1 million a year before taxes, they only clear about 500,000, just so you know. If you think the CEO making $1 million a year before taxes is a lot when they literally organize 60,000 food banks and over $5 billion in donations, they got to get people to give money and not get nothing back, physically, nothing, no product. That money is so small. If you took our pay plan at either company and put it on $5 billion, you would make $800,000 more than that per day for the whole year, over $800,000 a day before taxes. So you'd probably clear about $400,000, $500,000 a day, if not more, because if you know how to do write-offs with network marketing, you'll make about $600,000 to $700,000 a day. But the fact that you think that that's not a lot of money, $1 million for a CEO, it lets me know that you really don't comprehend pay plans. And that's not your fault. Whoever you are, you're probably not on this call, and if they are, it's not your fault. It's our fault. It's our fault for not teaching you and educating you even more about mindsets and pay plans and percentages and how business works in life. It's our fault. So don't feel bad. I'm glad whoever said what they said, I'm glad. That lets me know that we need to work harder as leaders to educate you better, because that's bananas. People think a CEO making that much money is a lot and not realizing we got NBA athletes, which is fine because I'm all about people making money, who are making $500 million contracts to play a game for a couple months a year. Y'all got to cut that out and fix your mindset, because you can never receive what you're jealous of or what you hate. That whole story right there, you can never receive what you're jealous of or what you hate. You can't get it. You can't get it, man. So cut it out, do your education. And I love you so much. I'm gonna take the L on that. I'm gonna take the loss as a leader and say it's our fault that you think that way. It's our fault. We're gonna do better. We're gonna work better. Don't worry. All right. But that's what I did to become better at axe throwing. I ended up, as of today, I've won over 2,000 matches, 7 championships. I'm going to Worlds twice. But what I want you to take away from that, the whole story I want you to take away from this medal, this number 7, right? I'm gonna tell you what it is. Look at what I did. I had to make a decision to get started. You got to do that network marketing. Number 2, there was a time when I could quit because I was frustrated. I wasn't doing very good. I could have quit. I didn't. The second thing I did was make a decision to see this thing through and act strong. Same as I did network marketing, regardless of the excuses. Number 3, I reached out and sought out mentorship and coaching, and anything they had, I bought it because I wanted a world champion to mentor me and coach me, regardless of whether or not I ever become a world champion. I don't know if I ever will. I might or might not. I don't know if I want to put that amount of work in, but I accomplished all the goals I set out, was just to qualify and go to world championships and win some matches. But I reached out for mentorship and coaching, and I was very coachable and teachable. You got to be like that in this industry too. The next thing I did was I invested. I had to spend time and money. Okay. Got fussed at from the family. Why are you going to another tournament? You spend all that money driving a tournament, flying a tournament. Why you buying all these? That's how it is, man. And it was like, well, if you love it, at the end of the day, she's like, if you love it, I guess you got to do it. And I was like, thank you for being understanding. That's how it goes, man. You're going to have to invest. Your family is going to want to spend more time with you. You got to make sacrifices. You got to spend money. You got to spend time. You got to invest in this business the same way I did in Axon. If you want to be a champion, investment is required. I'm sorry. That's how it goes. Okay. If you figure it out, we all figure it out. I figured it out back in this industry when I had no money at all, none. And I still figured it out. And you can too. All right. The next thing I did after I invested, I put the time in. Okay. 2 hours a day, 6 days a week, non-negotiable. 2 hours a day, 6 days a week, non-negotiable. That's how that goes. Okay. So just understand that's the same thing I did in network marketing. And from that, you will get the results that you want. But if you don't make a decision, you don't get started, you don't invest, you don't get mentorship and coaching, you don't put the work in, you can't win. It's like that with anything. All right. So that being said, let's dive into some stuff about this tournament. Now, about the tournament. Oh yeah, people watch tickets to watch sports games. But when you talk about Vegas, they can't make it. But if tickets to the Super Bowl were $97, everybody would be there. That's how I go. And Lillian, you're right. I have long since had to understand that it's a lot easier for people to talk than it is for them to do. And I do not give them a hard time about that because there's no point. There's no point. The people who are going to make it, they're going to make it. And we move on. All right. That being said, Coach Simo was talking about your What Hurts You board and motivating you to do what you do. All right. and to really take this opportunity seriously. And Miriam touched on the same thing for 2026. As we get into the education about this new promotion that we have, Coach Marcus, did they even name it yet? Did they name the promotion? I don't know it has a name. I just have the facts that I want to get into you. I want to tell you that there's an international team in Godasana in South Africa that started 2 weeks ago, and they've already put over 300 people in business at the 995. Just a heads up. They've already put in over 300 people, and they have multiple diamonds in that group. And these are not the people from rich South Africa. These are the people that look like us or me from broke South Africa. This ain't the money South Africa. It's the other part of South Africa. And they put over 300 people in business, and they got several diamonds there in 2 weeks. Taiwan as a team, y'all know Taiwan. Taiwan doesn't speak English. They're a very interesting group of people. It took us a couple months to get through the translating software because when they joined, AI did not exist at that time. And I had to hand translate and pay translators from Johns Hopkins University to translate and do the Zooms to translate for us so I could talk to them. But after 6 months, they understood enough about everything because it took us 6 months to translate the products and the website and everything so they can understand. Google couldn't do it properly. I gave them one business training, okay? And you'll get this exact same training I gave them in Las Vegas. You'll get it too. But in 18 months, they have six-figure earners and one $500,000 earner in the last 18 months. So my question becomes, not to impress you with these numbers or statistics, these are people like Coach Seymour said, because Coach Seymour's originally from Panama, okay? So he told you, when you were born in America, you automatically don't understand how it is in other parts of the world. And it's very easy for us who are born in America, especially if you've never been through nothing tough, like a lot of us have, thank goodness. But if we hadn't, we wouldn't understand what a great opportunity we have. Some of you are simply not, Coach Seymour said it better than I ever could, but y'all just need to understand this. International team members do more with less. They just do, than any of you. Okay, I just need to be clear. But why? Because you are in a very blessed position in life and you don't know it. Coach Seymour tried to tell you and try to be polite about it. He tried to say, look, y'all natural born American folk. And now mind you, Coach Seymour's American. He's an American citizen, he's in the military, but he was born in Panama. Just understand. He knows what it's like somewhere else. Some of you simply have such wonderful lives that you may think it's hard the way you live. It's not. It's not hard. Move to South Africa and don't be in the ruling class. Go to some of our new Nigerian or Ghanaian team members that came on board, or even in Taiwan. Well, Taiwan don't have it that hard. Taiwan is a little democratic country within mainland China, which is communist, and they risk being taken over by communist China every day. What are you talking about? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. What are you talking about? In a communist country, man. So my point is, they have so little. This is all they got to make it work, because when you're in a communist area, you can't go play professional sports or be an actor and make money. You got to get chosen by the government. Like Jet Li, the Kung Fu actor, he was selected by the government to be on the Chinese martial arts team and allowed to go to Hollywood. They can't just go. This is why people from Cuba used to defect, leave Cuba to come to America to play baseball, and their families can't come. They like, I'm out of that country. I'm never going back. And their families are stuck. No matter how many millions they make in baseball, they can't bring their families home a lot of time to America. So you have such a blessing and such an incredible opportunity to be online entrepreneurs for any amount of money. I don't care if it's $900 or $9. You got to start taking that stuff seriously. So when this replay comes out, please watch Miriam and Coach Seymour's part 10 times until it gets in your head that there are people with less than you doing more than you just because they're hungrier. And when I say hungrier, I mean literally hungrier. They do not have food. They have to make this work. And $9 for them, much less 100 CV, that's like 2 weeks worth of salary. That'll pay mortgage in some places. You got to understand that, okay? All right. Now that said, let's dive into this particular bonus program. All right, right at the hour. Yeah, 5 is like $500, sometimes more than that. Yeah, you're right, Clarence. Thank you, bro. Let me, Coach Mark, they give a name? No. Oh, the fast track bonus. I guess I like it. I'll allow it. All right. Fast track bonus. All right. Now, for the record, this promotion is not for everybody at the same time. I want to be clear with that. Okay. I want to be clear with that. And look what Coach Marcus said. Coach Marcus just said here, yeah, there it is. Yeah, in a communist country, Yao Ming's parents were matched by the government because they were tall and they wanted them to have tall children. They were forced to get married and have kids because the kids would be tall. Then they took their son from them and made him a basketball product. That's what happened to Yao Ming. That's why you don't see a lot of Chinese basketball players in the NBA. It's very rare. But when they do get there, that's why. You don't want to live in a country like that. If you did, and the only way you can get free, and they were allowing you to secretly work a network marketing business so you can get free and leave, y'all got to start talking to people, man. Y'all, some people not hungry enough. It's okay. So this promotion is not a participation bonus. I want to be very clear. Nobody gets 20 bands for just chilling. This is not a post and pray bonus. I'm going to just post, and pray. It doesn't work. Not for this. I know some of you are already thinking, I'm going to just make a bunch more posts. You will not succeed at this. Now, I could lie to you. I can lie to you and tell you just be at 100 VV, post. You'll get. We don't do that here. We shoot you straight here, okay? This is a leadership acceleration challenge that is designed to reward real builders while giving new reps a clear, winnable starting point so they can get these bonuses too. So it's for everybody, but it's not for everybody. And I need to be clear, this is not free money. All right? If you approach this correctly and you're coachable and teachable and you listen, this promotion that starts on January 1st will ignite confidence in your builders. It'll ignite momentum. It will identify future top earners very quickly, and it will produce long-term income. The things you do over, because it runs for 90 days, from January 1st to March 31st. So, it's not a rush, but I'm a rush. You don't have to. But it goes for 90 days, okay? And all of this is going to be available in your back office as of January 1st. So you don't have to take notes unless you want to, but you probably should take notes. All right. Now, here's how the promo works. I want you to envision it as a ladder. And these are the four things. And for the record, we have a lot of people that's with GoDasana. This is going to be an HBN promotion. And all you have to do to qualify this promotion to even do HBN is to get with your GoDasana sponsor. They will send you their HBN link if they have one, which they should. They should have an HBN link. And you can make any purchase of 100 CV or higher, and that will get you enough product to qualify for the HBN pay plan in this particular program. This particular program is only available for people at this 90-day program is only available for people at HBN who are at 100 BV. Okay, just letting y'all know. So get those auto ships ready for the first of the month. If you miss out on stuff, that's on you, because the way the qualifications work, it's going to track you from the time you're at 100 BV. That's when you start qualifying. So do not miss out and be like, oh man, I want to hear it. All right, because I'm telling you better, so you know better. Auto ship 100 BV first of the month if you want to play this particular game. You can still make up for it later, but I don't want you to miss out on the head start, because you'll see why in a second. So it's built on these four things. All right. Personally enrolling executives. Personally enrolling executives. Those are 100 CV executives. Will, can I be an executive with 25 CV? You could, but you'll never satisfy the volume requirement, so you won't get the bonus. You cannot game this. There's no way I'm going to show you a shortcut, which is the way that leaders are going to be doing it, but you cannot game this. You can't, okay? Because it's not just 20,000 on the line for you. It's 20,000 on the line for everybody who want to go get it. Like, just conceive that. The company has to write a massive check, and they're going to have safeguards in place where you can't game them and they in the red. They're not going to do that. So number one, this is what it's based on. Personally enrolling 100 CV executives. Will, what is 100 CV executive? It is when you are at 100 BV or CVBV, same thing, 100 BV, and you sponsor two people. They can be customers or distributors who also purchased 100 CV, okay? You place one of them on your left side, one of them on your right side, all right? And now you are an executive, okay? If you were to sponsor Bob and sponsor Alice at 100 BV each, and you help them sponsor two people, Bob and Alice are now executives. Put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. Put a 2 in the chat if it doesn't make sense. And if it doesn't make sense, I will stay on longer after the call is over to explain and go in depth on executives. It's totally okay. It's an HBN concept, not a Go Desana concept. So if it's confusing, it is all right. It's totally fine. All right. But put a 2 in the chat so I know that I need to stay on after the call. If not, I'm going to just hop off and I got to call a bunch of people. All right. Now, that being said, so that's the first thing, personally enrolling executives. The second thing this is going to be built around is learning left to right balance. With Go Desana, when you sponsor somebody and you put them in a system, they go at the next available spot, wherever that is. You don't have to think about it. With HBN, it's not like that. With HBN, when people join, they are going to go into a placement tank. And you have 7 days to put them on either your left or right side. You already get paid a certain amount of money up front. You get your star bonus for sponsoring 2 people, but there's a structural element where you have to place 1 person on the left and 1 person on the right in order to be an executive. Okay, so that's the 2 things, the first 2 things that this promotion is built around: personally enrolling 100 BV executives, and number 2, learning left to right balance. All right. Number 3, it is based around growing personal and team volume. And that means even if someone doesn't want to be a business builder, but they want to be a customer and get a bottle of this or a bag of that, this is very good. This is very, very good. So you want to get customers too, because volume matters. All right. And then number 4, it is based around developing real leadership behaviors. Real leadership behaviors. Now, all right, so that's the 4 things, the 4 pillars that this is worked on. Personally enrolling executives, 100 BV, learning left to right balance, growing your personal volume with customers and growing your team volume, with new customers and new orders, and developing real leadership behaviors. Okay, what's a real leadership behavior? Being on a call like this to learn this stuff. Proud of you for being on there. Okay. Now, there are 5, okay, count them, 5 tiers to this pay plan. All right, let's see. Did Coach Marcus drop a link in the chat for us? He sure did. Copy and number 3, Linda, was growing personal and team volume. And also, Coach Marcus has dropped the link in the back office. Y'all should copy and paste that. That's a YouTube video that will teach you how to navigate your HBN holding tank. All right. And if you're confused, I'd rather you not click no buttons and get clarity, then click buttons. Because once you click buttons, then people can't be moved again. Remember how I told you I didn't listen to Coach Marcus and I just started clicking buttons? I told you that. And it cost me 1.7, almost 1.8 million. Yeah. So don't just be clicking buttons. Watch the video he just posted. All right. Then go click the buttons when you know what to click. All right. So there's 5 tiers, and we're going to go through these tiers up to the $20,000 max payout. Tier number 1, this is what I consider the foundation win. This is actually the shortcut. This is actually the most important tier for you to be able to achieve to succeed. Because if you just focus on the top tier, it's going to be very difficult for you to do those numbers. But if you understand this basic foundation tier, this is where the $20,000 earners are going to come from. So I'm going to go through this one in a lot more detail than I'm going to go through on the other 4, because this is all going to be in your back office anyway. All right, so you can see all of this there anyway. Tier number 1, if you're taking notes, I want you to call this the foundation win. What you want to do over the next 90 days is become a tier 1 creator, a tier 1 factory maker. If all you did was focus on tier 1, which is why we're going to spend so much detail on it, that's all you did, the other 5 tiers would take care of themselves. That's the shortcut. I'm just giving it to you up front. Okay. Here are the tier 1. You will get an extra $500 bonus, and you don't have to wait till the end of the 90 days to get it. If you hit tier 1, you get your $500 bonus when you hit it, and you can just keep working on tier 2. You get to tier 2, you get your $500 bonus when you hit it. You just have 90 days from January 1st to complete it all. But I mean, in theory, you can get this done in a week or a month or whatever. You don't have to take 90 days. All right. If you don't want to. This is very important. I feel sorry for anybody not on this call. All right, so you get $500. But this is how you become tier 1 qualified. You have to have 200 CV executives, 1 on the left, 1 on the right, that are new. So you have to sponsor 2 new people, 1 on the left, 1 on the right. And that's not difficult to do because y'all sponsor new people every single month. All right. Now, some of you may not be consistently sponsoring people at 100 BV, but when you understand how much product you get in addition to the websites on the HBN side and everything, it's still worth that. All right. Imagine the $9.95 at GoDaddy, but you get a bunch of products. That's what HBN is. Now, you get those 2 executives. All right. That's the first part of qualifying for the 500. The second part is that you have to have 500 in personal new volume. Now, this is not hard. You just sponsored 2 people at least 100 BV, and they're already, that's 200. Plus, if they sponsor 2 people right there, you already got 600 in new team volume right there. So don't worry about that volume requirement. If you simply sponsor 200 CV executives, it will take care of the volume requirement for you personally. The other part is you have to have 1,500 in new volume on your left and 1,500 on your right. Now remember, 500 of that has already been taken care of, but that's still 1,500 in volume on the left and right. Now, how many people already have on a monthly basis 1,500 in volume? I know a lot of y'all do already. You consistently have 1,500 at least. Some of y'all got 50,000 in volume every month. I know, yeah, new volume. Yeah, so those new orders are going to hit. That's going to happen. You'll have your right and your left volume. That's not going to be very difficult. However, it's not just $500 that you get. I want you to think about it. When you complete those tasks, you're at 100 CV and you got 200 CV executives, one on the left, one on the right, and you satisfy the volume requirement, which for a lot of people will not be difficult at this tier. It's not difficult at tier number 1. 90 days, come on, man. That's easy. That's easy peasy. But here's the point. You get the $500 bonus. But don't forget, when you have that amount of volume, you get at least 180 in binary cycles. I think it's closer to 200, but at least 180 in binary cycles. So you're up to 680. You also get $50 and $75 in star bonus because we're dealing with 100 people. You also get $60 in fast start. All right. I don't know if PO3 will still be there or not, but if PO3 is still there, that's a bunch more money. I have no idea, nor do I care. My point is, even without PO3, if you qualify for that $500 bonus, it's a minimum of $865 for you, probably closer to $1,000, but that's somewhere between $865 and $1,000 guaranteed if you hit tier 1. If you hit tier 1, you will have a check for the month with a comma in it. There is no doubt about it. And that's just off the stuff you did. That's not counting your existing business or how much volume you already have coming in. This is all bonus. So it's going to be a decent month. That's a mortgage for most people, $1,200, $1,300, $1,400, $1,500. That's a lot of mortgages in America these days. My point is you get to tier 1. Now, that tier 1, if you have any questions about tier 1, let me know now in the chat. If you have any questions about tier 1, please let me know in the chat right now. Now, what tier 1 does, it teaches you how to enroll executives, not just customers. It teaches you how binary placement works, and it creates a very, very fast confidence building win. There's some people that will be, they're going to talk to people tomorrow. I'm already telling you what some leaders are going to do. They're going to be talking to people tomorrow. They're not going to enroll those people until January 1st. They're going to tell them about this promo. They might go through the video or give them a breakdown. They're going to enroll them on January 1st. So all our auto ships are ready to go on January 1st. We ain't missing out on nothing. Those people are going to join on January 1st and set their auto ships up for February 1st, but they are going to start building on January 1st. But tomorrow, it's going to be a whole lot of phone calls and Facebook calls. I can tell you that already. Don't even look for me tomorrow. It's going to be a busy day because we want to get as much done as possible up front. Now, if someone cannot hit tier 1, they do not need motivation. They need coaching because tier 1 is not difficult, okay? 2 executives at 100 CV, and for the most part, the volume would take care of itself. Now, my question becomes, does anybody feel like they will not be able to achieve tier 1 within 90 days? I didn't say the first week or the first day, but will they be able to achieve tier 1? Do you feel like if anybody who doesn't think they can do that, I want to stay on a call with you after this. I just want you to stay on with me a little bit later tonight because I want to make sure you have what you need, the tools, okay? And so put a 1 in the chat if you think you can do that. Put a 2 in the chat if you do not think you can achieve tier 1 in 90 days. If you think you can achieve tier 1 in 90 days, put a 1 in the chat. And I'm being serious. I want participation here because this is important. If you think you can achieve tier one in 90 days, please put that in the chat. Because if you think you can achieve tier one in 90 days, which you can, because you think you can do the rest. Why? Because the secret to the next tier is not just you going to sponsor new people. That's not just it. The secret to tier two is getting the 2 executives that you have to buy into what you're doing. I don't care if they got to go do DoorDash for 2 days and get $100 some to get started. The key is to buy into that. Okay, that's where the volume is going to come from. It's going to come from duplication. Let's talk about tier two, structure building. And a lot of you who already with GoDasana, okay, you're good to go. Let's say, for example, if I was fortunate enough to sponsor Coach Marcus at HBN, and Coach Marcus like, Will, what do I do? And I put him on to I don't know if they're gonna call him now, but Travis and Lee. Travis is out of Kentucky, Lee's out of New Orleans. We've been together back in the day. They some real G's. If they say they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it. We're gonna figure it out. We from the same place. This is how this goes. So Marcus get Travis and Lee. All he got to do is help them become great. And I don't really care what it takes. Whatever it takes to help them to get 100 BV order and then to get 2 people sponsored at 100 BV. That can be done in person or on social media. After that, the real goal is to make sure that the 2 new executives you got are buying into this promo, buying in so that they go do the same thing. It's easier because the thing that's let's talk about tier two. Tier two, you get $1,000, not 500. You already got the 500. You cash that out. Tier two, you get 1,000. Now for tier two, you don't just get 1,000. You get the 1,000. You get the 500. You get all of those because you got the 500. You get all of the $365 in bonuses from the star bonus, but you get it again. You get it twice. So tier two is at least $2,000, $2,200, $2,300. We really talking now. You already got the 500, but we know it was like 800 to 1,000. Now you get this 1,000, but it's actually closer to 2,000 and change. $2,230 is what I calculated. So it's way more than what you think. But here are the requirements for tier two. So if tier one was the foundation tier, tier two is a structure builder because now you know how to do tier one. You just got to go do tier one again. Now listen, it's not hard. You already got 2 executives. You got over $500 to $1,000 in commissions. You can leverage that to get 2 more executives. Hey man, I'm just letting you know, he's a screenshot of my commissions. I ain't trying to show out. I'm just letting you know, if you got $100 to play the game and you're going to be coachable and teachable, I can show you how to go get this $500 to $1,000 too. You start leveraging what you've already done. All right, Eureka put 2. I'm gonna stay on with you after the call, Eureka, but I got to call Lee after that. So I got a message. Trav, can you, if you on, is Travis on? He got to be on here because he asked me for the link. I got to call Lee later. That's okay. We'll figure it out. Lee will understand. We got phone calls to make. We trying to get it. All right, here we go. In order to hit tier two, you got to have 4 personal executives. Oh, Leon. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So you already got 2 executives at tier one. Now you get 2 more, one on the left, one on the right. So now you have 4 personally enrolled executives, one on the left, one on the right. You have 1,000 personal volume, but remember, that's not tough because you had 500 with the first 2. You'll have another 500 with those because they're generating 100, 100, 100, 300 apiece. That's 600. So you're past the 1,000 in personal volume requirement. You're actually at 1,200. So that's easy. That's done. Okay. The only tricky part is now you have to have a little over 3,000 in volume on the left and the right. You'll be close, but you won't be there unless one of 2 things happen. You already have a pre-existing organization that's doing some new volume. That's a lot of y'all. If you don't, that's okay. You get to your 3,000 in new volume on left and right, cumulative, right? By making sure that your 4 new executives are doing the same thing you're doing. There's no point in someone joining and becoming an executive if they're not going to do what they need to do to get their first 2 so they can become an executive, because you're not going to generate 6,000 in new volume. Well, yeah. Some of y'all could. Charlotte could. Yeah. Tiara could. Yeah. All right. Take that back. Some of y'all could. But it's easier when you think about, okay, I can generate 300 in volume by signing up 4 new executives. I can do that for over 2 bands. I can do that. I'm gonna sign up 4 executives, but I can get them for Facebook. I can do Facebook. Executive, I can do Facebook. Now, and that's 2 people, that's 4 people, that's 6 people. Now, if I'm talking 20, 30 people, 40, 50, 100, Facebook might get touchy. It might be tougher. I might have to start talking to people in real life. But you can hit tier 1 and tier 2 with Facebook if you have the people that you sponsor doing the same thing you're doing. So yes, you got to go get 2 more executives. All right, cool. You got a check for at least $1,000 that says that they'll probably join if you leverage that properly, or if you use your product testimonials, which are amazing. The Monday night call is about to become more valuable than ever, because I don't know if all of you know this, but every Monday night at 7 o'clock, Coach Marcus and Miriam host an amazing testimonial call where people are giving real life stories about these products. And that's when people decide to buy. Okay. And if Coach Seymour or Tiara happen to be on that call, or Gina Wilson happen to be on that call, or Coach Charlotte happen to be on that call, you ain't even got to do the work. Just get people on the call. Because when Gina and Charlotte and Seymour and Miriam, and when people start talking about these testimonies and Tiara's bringing guests, people buying product, they just trying to figure out what to buy. All right. Okay. Miriam, I was on that call last week. You didn't host that? Okay. I don't know why I thought you was on there, but that's a call I typically try not to miss. I love that call. It's amazing. All right. So that's tier 2. Tier 2 is 4 executives, but you already got 2 of them at tier 1. So it's 2 more, and it's 1,000 in volume and 3,250 in volume on your left and the right. You don't have to worry about writing that part down. It's going to be in your back office. There's a meter which is going to measure it and show you how close you are. So you don't have to write that down. But just know that at that level, you're not guessing. You're placing people left to right with intent. And you're learning how to support both legs of your business, because it's easier for you to get to tier 3, which is $2,000 plus the 1,000 plus the 500. But if you remember that the 500 was actually more than that, the 1,000 was actually over 2,200. This 2,000 is probably going to be close to the 3,500 to 4,000 when you add everything up. So it's not just 2 bands, it's like 5. So, okay, so just understand that. But it's 6 executives, but you already got 4 from the previous 2 tiers. So you're just adding 2 executives at 100 BV, and that's the work. Okay, that is the work that it takes place of talking to people about this particular program. And if you did it, you can help them do it. And it's the duplication that's going to get you, duplication is going to get you the result that you want. That's going to make it happen for you. All right. Tier 1 is the foundation. Tier 2 is structure building. Tier 3 is the duplication zone. All right. Now you're talking 15,000 in total new volume, but 6,500 of that have to come from the left, and 6,500 of that have to come from the right. Do not be intimidated, and you'll be a pearl. You do that, you'll be a pearl with the company. So you're going to get a pearl bonus on Monday. So money's actually more than what I thought. My bad, y'all. It's actually more than what I thought. More than $4,000 or $5,000. So my point is, it's about duplication. If you want to get tier 3 completed, especially within 90 days, some people are going to do that in a week. I'm telling you, we're going to do it in a week. It's because duplication begins. You can't be the only builder. Your team has to produce without constant pushing, and all they have to produce is tier 1 activity. All we're looking for is tier 1 activity. 100 BV executives, and don't think about nothing else. There's no point. Because if you get to 100 BV executives and you're teaching 100 BV executives, you at 100 BV, one on your left, one on your right, next. And you're teaching those people they just started, you are already at 100 BV, great. One on the left, one on the right, next. If all you do is teach that, talk that, preach that, tier 3 volume will happen by default. I want to make that very, very clear. And a lot of you already have organizations that have enough volume on at least one side to take care of half of that. If you've been with us a while, if you're new, that's okay. You don't have any bad mistakes to unlearn, okay? And if you're new, you got a whole bunch of people to talk to. So I don't want you to think, oh, they've been here for a couple of years, they got it easier than us. No, we don't. Why? Because we've already talked to everybody and mama that we know, literally thousands and thousands and thousands of people. And the people we didn't talk to, they probably don't want to talk to us because we've been doing this a long time. And we get to hear stuff like, oh, you doing one of them things again? Oh, you just that same thing you was talking about last time. See, new people don't get to hear that because they ain't never done none of this before. So it's really, really fun. If you've been here for a while, it's fun. And if you ain't been here for a while, it's fun because both of those scenarios have advantages. All right. But the whole key you need to think about at tier 3, which is the duplication zone, is 3 executives that are new on your right and 3 on your left. All right. The volume of 6,500 on left and right will take care of itself if you're handling duplication. And if you've been here for a while, half of that's probably already done. All right. Next. Any questions about tier 1 through 3? Any questions? Put them in the chat quick. We only got 2 tiers left. We're wrapping this call up. Okay. Any questions about tier 1 through 3? And remember, this will be in your back office. You can look at all the numbers and we'll be talking about this for 90 days. Okay. Thank you, Crystal. All right. Tier 4. Tier 4 is $4,000. Now I'm gonna tell you, you've already made dang near 8 bands by the time you get here. Okay. Because that last level was 2, 3, 4, 5, depending on how fast you're growing. So by the time you get to tier 4, it's a minimum 8,000. I'm just letting you know. So tier 4 is going to be $4,000. Now this is very, very important because it's not just $4,000 from tier 4. It's 4,000 plus the 2,000 plus the 1,000 plus the 500, which is 7,500, plus all the star bonuses we talked about, the cycles we talked about. You check matching at this point. You got Pearl and Pearl at least, probably Sapphire maybe. At this point, it's a whole bunch more money in there. So you in the 5 figures at this point. By the time you clear out tier 4, which is volume leadership. Okay, remember tier 3 was a duplication zone? Tier 4 is just volume leadership. Executives is easy by this point. It's all about volume. And for tier 4, you have to have 8 personally enrolled executives, 4 on your left, 4 on your right. But if you completed the last tiers, you already got 6. So you really only need 2 more, which is really cool. So tier 4 is another 2 executives, 100 BV, one on the left, one on the right, easy peasy. It's really just about volume, which is 13,000 on the left and 13,000 on the right, okay? Now, each executive that you create is a minimum of another 300 in volume. So if you have 8 executives, all right, and 300 in volume, that's 2,400 right there with just executives. You can knock that off the top, all right? So now you're down to like 10,000 volume on each side. But again, Will, how do I generate that much volume? The only way to do it smart is duplication. It is going to your 8 executives and your existing teams and saying, hey, I want to make sure that y'all get in on this. Let's help you get to tier 1 or tier 2. And you tell them, I got 10 bands. I just got 10 bands from the company. It's been 30 days. I got an extra. This will be the first $10,000 month a lot of y'all have ever had. You're like, I got 10 bands from the company. Get the 100 BV. Let's get on the phone with some people. Let's get on Facebook. Let's get this figured out. I don't care if we got to drive to people's house or do it. Look, okay, I'm just telling you. Okay. But that's how you get the volume is through duplication. So put a 1 in the chat if any of this is making sense insofar as duplication is where my volume comes from. It's all about 100 BV executives. The 100 BV customers you get, the 25 BV customers you get, that's good. You want them too. Yeah, I'll take all, don't leave no money on the table. But from a pure business standpoint, it is all about tier 1 activity, which is you at 100 BV. You sponsor 1 person on your left and 1 person on your right at 100 BV, and you teach them to do the same. If they don't want to duplicate, I need to go get another 1 or 2. Why? Because you still have them as executives. You still need the 8 executives to be at tier 4. So if they don't want to duplicate, don't feel bad. You got to go get 2 more executives anyway for a total of 8 at tier 4. Maybe they'll be the ones that duplicate and really start to build it out and go downstream with it. So in tier 4, we only got 1 tier left and we're done. So tier 4, you're shifting from enrolling because, I mean, 2 executives at that point is easy. You done got 1 on the left, 1 on your right 4 times. You're really good at it now, all right? Your personal volume is going to come from the product belief. People are going to need to know what products they need to buy. And I'm going to tell you, there are only certain recommendations I make, okay, from a product standpoint, all right? Now, well, let me ask as I go into tier 5, last one, this is a franchise operator. Tier 5 is when it gets fun. Put in the chat some of the products that y'all are going to be promoting to people who want to do 100 BV, and they say, okay, I'll make a 100 BV order. Look, I might make a 200 BV order. Remember, all the volume matters, depends on what they want. The question becomes, what products are you going to recommend to them? Okay, GLP, black seed oil. For the record, I'm just letting y'all know, I do not promote black seed oil on the HBN side. I do not do that. We get paid more to promote black seed oil on the Go Desana side because it's a 30% and never goes away. So if there's ever, let me just quick point. If there's ever 2.2 products, one on HBN and one on Go Desana, and they had the same product, always promote the product on the Go Desana side, because that 30%, you get paid that forever. HBN, you only get paid the fast start for 90 days. You will make more money long-term with the same product on the Go Desana side, which is why my black seed oil always come from Go Desana. All right, back to HBN products. The liver cleanse, love it, Quintina. Ooh, I got a great update about coffee. Y'all stay, who said coffee? And just reminded me to talk about that. Shucks, was that Quintina? The 2-week regimen, Rashawn, I love it. Yeah, the 2-week regimen, weight loss. I'm gonna be going to MVP kit. I've been working out for 35, 36 days straight. I'm gonna be promoting the men's kit for gym growth. We getting swole up in here. That we getting ripped this next 90 days. We own it. We own it. Yeah, that's the one I'm gonna be promoting. All right, now here we go with the coffee. I'm gonna do the coffee update at the end. This is Fulvic Detox Tips, Belinda. That's amazing. Fulvic is great. Fulvic is great. Vitality Healing Trilogy. Tell them, Gina Wilson. Joetta, Joetta, they got a ton of 100 BV kits. Yeah, they got a ton that are good. And for those of y'all who are on Facebook, who are good at AI and even good at posting, I don't want you to think, and the reason I told you in the beginning, posting won't get you all 20,000 is because at some point, you have to work with the people beneath, and you posting might get, and you messaging and posting, that'll get you your 2 execs, that'll get you 3 or 4. It will not get the 3 or 4 execs that you have, their execs. So you posting a lot will get your executive qualifiers and stuff done and things like that. You posting a lot will not help the 8 people that you have at tier 4 get their executives to the point where you qualify with the volume. The volume is the threshold, right? Heavy metal detox, love that one, Jess. Yep, Joynice, GVO-P1, Healing Trilogy, forgot. Yeah, all right, let's knock this out. Sorry, this call been going long, but a lot of information. Tier 5. Tier 5, ladies and gentlemen, you complete tier 5. And if you get tier 4, I'm looking at these numbers, there's no reason you shouldn't hit tier 5. Just because you hit tier 1, it doesn't mean you'll hit tier 5, because it takes duplication. It takes preaching the same message every day till people get sick of hearing it. Will, what you doing today? 100 BV executives? What you teaching today? 100 BV executives. Will, you going to the movie this weekend? What's the movie? 100 BV executives? We got Super Bowl, man, 100 BV executives. I don't want to hit, don't talk to me about nothing else till I'm done with this 20 bands, all right? At tier 5, you are a franchise operator. You complete tier 5, you get an additional $12,500. On top of the $7,500 you already had, that brings you to $20,000. But remember, that $20,000 does not include fast start bonuses of every person you sponsor, customer bonuses of every product you sell. It does not include star bonuses, which we know are $575 per grid. We know star bonuses is crazy. That does not include your binary volume, which is going to be exploding at this point. Some of y'all will retire in the first quarter of this year because you build something that lasts. I don't want you to think that this is going to, like, all the momentum will end on March 31st. I don't know this for sure, but if I know the company like I know the company, they're going to probably do something crazy on April the 1st. That's just them. I don't know. Don't quote me on it, but that's how they typically do. You know that. Y'all people who've been here, you know they stay crazy. They go crazy, then they stay crazy. Like the star bonus with the 2 levels, them levels is crazy. All right, but my point is, you're going to make at tier 5, the $20,000 is actually, if I had to guess, I didn't add all of these up, it'll probably be over 30 bands. Oh, yeah, because you'll be like almost an emerald at that. Yeah, some of y'all will be emeralds or diamonds at that point. And the diamond, I'm gonna just finish tier 5, but just understand, you finish tier 5, you may end up with $50,000. in 90 days. Just a heads up. Because the ranks are so good. I forgot to mention to y'all, we never talk about this stuff. Platinum, you automatically hit it. Pearl, you automatically hit it. Sapphire, you automatically hit it. Ruby, you automatically hit it. You might hit Emerald or Diamond at tier 5 if you got an overflow of volume, or if you've been here for a while. If you've been here for a little while, you'll probably close out Emerald and Diamond just on existing volume you have from before. You're looking at a $50,000 90 days. That is over $10,000 a month. You can do that as fast as you want. I'm about to go bananas. If you already platinum, yeah, Cosimo will definitely be a diamond at tier 5. Some people that have been here a while, you'll automatically be a diamond at tier 5 just because you have existing groups. But the fact that you even hit a ruby at tier 5, it's so much extra money for you on top of 20,000. You can leverage that into getting enough new people to join who've never seen you make this much money before. You'll be a diamond too. We will welcome new diamonds this next 90 days. Can we do that? That would be awesome. Yeah, Ruby is $1,000 a month. Every Monday you're a Ruby, you get $250. Every Monday you're a Ruby, you get another $250 just for being a Ruby. Even if you didn't sponsor nobody for 3 weeks, just every Monday another $250 just cause. It's so cool. Emerald 500, Diamond 1,000. Just here you go. Just random money. Just because it's Monday. All right. And that's on top of your Go Designer Matrix money. So it's going to be a crazy month. All right. The $20,000 requirement, to tier 5 franchise operator, $12,500 is what's paid out at tier 5. You have to have 12 personally enrolled executives. Now watch, look what just happened. It was 2 executives at tier 1. It was 4 at tier 2, 2 more. It was 6, which is 2 more at tier 3. It was 8, which is 2 more at tier 4, okay, 8. But then notice it's not 2 more for tier 5. It's 4 more. Don't miss that. It's 4 more. But again, I can tell you, I've already done it. Marcus has done it. Cosimo's done it. Anybody who's hit platinum or above, platinum, pearl, sapphire, ruby, emerald, diamond, we've all already got more than 12 executives. That's not the hard part at all. Acquiring executives is not hard. I've said it a million times. It is not hard. Okay. The tough part is the volume, and the volume that you need for tier 5 is 33,750 on the left and 33,750 on the right. The reason that is doable, the only reason that's doable is, well, 2. Number 1, you may already have a lot of volume coming in your organization that's new from people because you've been here a while, number 1. Number 2, though, it happens effortlessly with duplication. And then I'm going to give y'all some good news, then I'm going to give you some bad news. All right. Now, it's going to give you duplication is what you got to focus on. I cannot say that enough. All right. Now, this is the reframe. This promo, it's going to feel like a race for professionals. If you are here and you've been doing this for a while, it's going to feel like a race, and it should. Get it over with. That's what can't wait. But for new reps, especially reps who come from Go Designer, who are thinking about getting involved with HBN for purposes of this promo, just understand it doesn't have to be a race. It's more of a skill filter. And we're going to be doing it. So this is all you're going to hear about. There's nothing else to learn for the next 90 days. New reps should all aim for tier 1. Okay. That's what they should all aim for, tier 1. Experienced reps should all aim for tier 1 and tier 2. Tier 3, 4, and 5 will take care of themselves. And I need to be very, very clear about that. Okay. If you are dealing with, for example, Coach Seymour being here, I got over 120,000 invite. Coach Seymour already has enough invite because he's been here longer than me. So this is one of the benefits when people be telling y'all, join now, get Bitcoin 10 years ago, get in HBN today, get and go to sign. This is why we say these things, because we knew it would only matter of time when it really made sense. So he's already qualified for volume just off stuff that's going to come in off one of his legs. So he has to work half as hard. But I know Coach Seymour, he's going to work 100% hard, but he's going to be working with his team really, really hard. So he doesn't have to focus on the volume for one of his legs on his own. That leaves him more time, money, energy, effort, and resources to work with his team. And I know him, and that's exactly what he's going to do. All right. He like us. We are that's a good thing because it gives him more time to work with his team. And I'm gonna be doing the same thing. So that's the only tiers you need to focus on is tier 1 and tier 2. Last but not least, before we wrap this up, put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. Tier 1, Tier 2. I don't want to hear nothing else because Tier 3, 4, and 5 will take care of themselves if all you do is keep recruiting Tier 1. Tier 1. If you become, the company understands that, they don't think we're going to tell you that. They think that we're going to do what most network marketing leaders are going to do and go straight to Tier 5. All right, everybody, let's get 12 executives and let's get $20,000. Let's get 12 executives. No. This ain't our first rodeo. And we know that Tier 1 is doable. And we know that if this is going to be an ethical promo, which it is, because this Green Organics company is always ethical promos. If it's going to be ethical, it means it has to be achievable. And if it's going to be achievable, it has to be something anybody can do. Tier 1 is something anybody can do. And if you can do Tier 1, which I know you can, Tier 2, 3, 4, and 5 will take care of themselves if you focus on the duplication. You don't fail this promo, you graduate through it. Okay, it's skill and repetition. It's not luck. Okay, this is not gambling, it's balance. This is not freeloading, this is product belief. Okay, we're going to be doing a lot of product training, okay, because people need to hear. And this is not hype, although it's going to feel hype because we get excited when you start getting those payouts. It's really about leadership. This promo, just like the rank system and everything else, it's going to expose weaknesses in your leadership so they can be fixed, not hidden. It's not going to expose you. It's going to expose your weaknesses to yourself. Like, all right, I need to be sponsoring people at 100 BV. I've been letting people get away with 25 and this, that, and the third, and I haven't been working with them downline. All that's got to change, all right? The promo is not easy money. The problem is not just joining weight. The promo is skill, it's balance, it's product belief, and it's leadership, and you are in control of all four of those things. You are in control of your leadership. You're in control of how many people you talk to a day and what you say. You're in control of your skills and the tools you use and how good at that. You're in control of your leadership. You're in control of how much you believe in the products and do you use the products. I got the jumbo bottle of fulvic acid. That's 100 BV right there. I love fulvic acid so much, sometimes you get the 100 BV bottle. That's it. Y'all know people, look, you make a real good training video on fulvic acid and that's the only product you promote, you'll be good. You know, it's little things. So those, oh boy, Missy brought up a great point. Y'all stuck around to the end. Anybody who hasn't been active, I'm gonna tell you, tell them quit. Tell them cancel that account. Sign them up with a new email. You hear me? You hear me? Because they won't count as new volume if they've been inactive and they just reactivate their account. It doesn't hurt them to go all the way inactive and cancel and come back with a new account. That doesn't hurt them because if they inactive, they ain't got no volume anyway. It's all been washed out. It's gone. So they'll be starting over day one and they should. Do not I wouldn't even tell them reactivate what? Who? How? When? What that mean? Reactivate what? No, indeed. You got to be brand new, Chief. All the way brand new. All right. So this is a leadership acceleration bonus. A proof of skill promotion is what it is, but it can change your life because new reps are going to definitely feel guided and taught. Y'all, boys and girls, if y'all new, just be coachable. Builders are going to feel activated and leaders are going to feel respected. This promo is not going to carry people. It's going to reveal them. And when leaders really step up and really focus on tier 1 and tier 2, tier 1, tier 2, tier 1, tier 2, the entire organization will win, guaranteed. We got some files in here, Chelsea, dropping some files. What we got in here? I don't see where the files at. I saw some people just drop some files. Why I don't see them? Did I miss the files? All right. Well, I thought that's okay. Well, if y'all see some files in there, go ahead and get those. And get the files, copy them, paste them, get those files. I can't see them. So Chelsea or Marcus, whoever dropping files, can y'all send them to me on Facebook Messenger, please? Because I ain't got them. Oh, share the volume. Okay, I still don't see nothing. That's crazy. I feel retarded. Why can I not see any of this stuff? Interesting. All right, well, I can't see nothing, but good for volume. Hold on. Camera issue. Oh, you got him, Coach Charlotte. Thank you. All right, let's wrap this up. Quick coffee update, and it's not a good one. I talked to Paula today. They were bringing back Nova Coffee, Java Slim Complete. And I said, we would talk about the promo, and I said, Paula, I just got to ask you, give me the rundown about what's going on with the coffee, where we at. We need to look in a different direction. She gave me the bad news. And I didn't know it was on us. I said, people love the coffee. She said, well, people love the coffee now that it's gone. Everybody want to buy it. Part of it was tariffs, but that was off one ingredient, but they did a work around that because they really wanted to bring it back. She said, that's one of the problems with having, and don't go publicize this. I'm just letting y'all know what was said, and I can't be upset about it. She said, everybody want Java Slim after it's gone and Nova Incomplete after it's gone. The problem is they lost just off one of them over 50,000 in product that had to be destroyed. They lost even because it expired, and they cannot ship products that are within a month or two of expiring. It's too much legal liability. And the products they had so much, the products were going out because we as an organization, I drink Nova every day. I know y'all drink Nova every day. We not enough. We weren't moving enough of it, man. They lost a ton of money, 6 figures, in the biominerals because they don't last forever. And that's the problem when you have a company that's all organic, all natural, all organic, no preservatives. See, that's the problem. Now, if we had a company like another company that had, just some garbage like preservatives and then chemicals to keep that stuff around forever, canned good type stuff, we can do that. But that's not this company. This company is everything's pure, everything's natural, it's safe for you, safe for your kids, safe for your family. So it was tough. So I'm looking at some other coffee options. We're gonna put some stuff together, and I told her that we're gonna figure it out. But at the end of the day, that's what happened. They really wanted to bring it back, but they could not justify it with that. Yeah, and that's the thing, Shauna. That's what I said. I said we really should, if we would have known, we would have said something prior to, but all that would have did was caused us to just, buy the product up so we had some. It would not have motivated us like we should have did to go out and get new customers, which is customers have to be drinking. It can't just be us. And that's why Fulvic does so well. That's what Black Seed Oil does so well. Tons of customers all around the world use those products. You see what I'm saying? That's the trick. That's what happened. So if I really wanted to push the issue, I probably could, and she would do it. But I would rather save that favor for something that we really need. One day, the problem is it's not to say the same thing wouldn't happen again. And it made me very, very sad. I don't cry a lot, but I wanted to. And just when she was telling me the numbers on how much they lost on chromium and how much they lost on this, I was like, dang, man, that's a lot. You got to destroy the product. You cannot sell it. Like legally, if it goes out of stock or if it expires, I got to destroy it. So that's the best I can say. If there's a product you love, whatever it is, don't take it for granted. Buy it and promote it if you love it. And if you do love it, you should probably be buying it and promoting it anyway. We got to do like me and Coach Seymour do. We stock up Black Seed Oil, man. We got bottles on bottles on bottles because we never going to run out. We can sell product cash in hand, right? And we don't. And if anything ever happened, I got to be at least 50 to 100 bottles up. I'm never going to run out of this. I will use this till the day I pass. Expired or not, the Black Seed Oil, it's an anti-aging thing. I think Black Seed Oil, because of its consistency, doesn't expire like honey. Like honey never goes bad. I don't think Black Seed Oil ever goes bad. Or fulvic acid. Fulvic acid is already like 3 million years old from the prehistoric period. So fulvic acid doesn't go bad. It probably gets better. There's certain products that it's okay to stockpile if you use them every day like we do. And fulvic acid and Black Seed Oil should be used every day. All right. That's what we got. Does anybody have any questions at all? Mimi says she loves Black Seed Oil, and so does her hip. Thank you, Mimi. My knee loves Black Seed Oil. My knee and my elbow, they brought my inflammation down so bad. God dog it, what was the good news, man? That was the bad news about the coffee. I don't remember the good news. Shucks. All right, if I remember it, I'll post it. All right. Anybody have any questions at all? Any questions at all? Didi said my bladder a little bit. Yeah, this is. Yep. All right. Any no questions? Go in once. Any questions about ask it now. After this, all you're gonna have is the video, this recording. You're gonna have your back office on January 1st. It's gonna change. Okay. And if y'all need me to do any three-way calls for y'all or Facebook call messages so you can recruit people into HBN from Go to Sign or HBN, let me know. Yep, Miss Charlotte, there's no coffee at the moment. It's not looking good. I do not anticipate it coming back. To be quite frank, I do not anticipate it. I am currently looking at some other options for a coffee that's like that, but we just had to do the promo stuff tonight. But hopefully I'll have an update on Sunday. But that's where we at right now. All right. Anybody got any questions? I think we're good. No questions? I know I talked y'all head off tonight. I'm sorry. But I had to get it out. Yeah, I can't blame them. I've lost over $100,000 in a year, much less in a month from product that expired, and I was mad. So yeah, I've lost. Yeah, you make 100 grand, you're gonna lose 100 grand. You make $1 million, you probably lose $1 million. I'm just how it is. All right, Shauna. Let's follow up on Sunday. We'll see what we got. Okay. No questions. All right, good stuff. All right, thank you, Coach Marcus. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you, Coach Seymour. I will let you get back to it. All right. Yep, that's one thing I'm doing right now, Coach Seymour, that works. I add a scoop of mind to the coffee, but there's some things we look